Hello, let's see. Turn on my mic here. Make sure you guys can hear me. Get this, let me just set, I'm just getting things set up here, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, we are live. Welcome to day 1 of the Blogging Business Blastoff Challenge. That is a big name to say. I think I might just narrow it down to the Triple B Challenge. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. When you get in here, as you're coming in, say hi in the comments section. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, and let me know where you're from. I'd love to know where you guys are coming from. I'm going to be looking over here at this video a lot because I want to make sure that I can see comments as they come in. I have 2 screens set up here. So if you're here, just say welcome. Let me know where you're from. I will start off. I am from a small town in the suburbs of South Jersey. Good morning, Karen. And I grew up here. I moved out to Pennsylvania for a little bit. And then when I got married, I moved back to New Jersey and had my family here because it's a great town. I am 15 minutes from Philadelphia, and I'm about an hour from the beach, so it's like a perfect little spot right in the middle. So I have the best of both worlds, the city and the beach. Oh, great. I'm glad you can hear me. So yeah, that's where I'm from, New Jersey. I know New Jersey gets a bad rap, but South Jersey is absolutely beautiful, and we're right near the city and really close to the beaches, so it's awesome. Hi, Jenny from Missouri City, Texas. Okay, southwest of Houston. Welcome. All right, so today this is how it's going to work. I'm going to go over a couple things first so we're all on the same page. Then I'm going to dive into the content, and then I'll leave some time for questions. So if you're wondering how to get the most out of this challenge, then I just want you guys to know, I just want you to commit for the week. You signed up for this. You're ready to start this profitable blog, so commit to doing the homework each day, commit to showing up live with me, ask me any questions you have. That's what I'm here for. I want you guys to get the most out of this week. My goal for you is to just have a transformation during this challenge, get you clear on what you need to do to make money with a blog. Karen is, watching from the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Karen. I'm going to try to be going back. I have some notes, and I'm going to be looking at the comments and going back and forth. So each day I'm going to be sending out an email to you around 6 a.m. You don't have to check it at 6 a.m., but that's when I'm sending it out. The lives will be at 10 a.m. I would love to do them later in the day for those on the West Coast, but fortunately my kids went back to school today. They're finally done virtual school and they went back, but it's a half day, and so I have to pick them up in the 11 o'clock hour. So I didn't want to cut you guys off. All right, so let's see. What else do I want to tell you? The homework for each week, for each day, you can post in our Facebook group under, just use the hashtag homework1 for today, and I will be checking it and giving you feedback and helping you narrow things down as well. So I'm going to dive into the content, but before I get started, I want to give you a random fact about me to get to know me a little better, and I'd love to hear one from you so that I can get to know you better and the people in this group can get to know you better, because we're going to be together a lot this week. So a random fact about me is that I am a pretty good hula hooper. I've never lost a hula hoop contest in my life. I found out that I had this talent in grade school when our gym teacher had this contest for our class, and I ended up winning this hula hoop contest. And then they ended up having a school-wide hula hoop contest. I don't know why, but we had a hula hoop and a jump rope contest, and I ended up winning the hula hoop contest in the entire school, and I hula hooped for 25 minutes, and they cut me off, and I won. And since then, my family, my friends, my husband, they all know that I can hula hoop. So anytime there's a party or a fair or somewhere where there's some type of hula hoop contest, they always push me to enter, and it's embarrassing, but it's a lot of fun. So that's a weird random fact about me. If you have one, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get into the content. I don't want to waste your time, so let's dive right in. So the secret to creating a profitable blog has nothing to do with your WordPress theme you pick or your logo or the colors on your site or how pretty your website is. It all comes down to your blogging niche, basically your blog specific focus. Now, most entrepreneurs, when they start a blog, they want to blog about a lot of different things that appeal to a lot of different people. So they might deal with, like, they might have stuff like parenting information and travel information and stuff about dieting or nutrition or saving money, and they have all these different things on their blog. And the thinking is that they want to have a lot of different topics so that they appeal to a lot of different people, and then they will get a lot more traffic to their site and hopefully make a lot more money. But in reality, that doesn't work. It just ends up confusing your reader. They don't know what you're really an expert on, and not to mention, like, having all these different blogging topics, it's really going to drain your energy and motivation, because you have to have a lot of knowledge in all these different areas, and that can be that's incredibly draining. You can't be an expert on everything to everyone. Okay, so what you want to do instead is you need to really narrow down your niche and pick one specific topic, one specific focus that is going to be what you are blogging about. The more focused you are, the more effective you are going to be able to communicate what you do and how you can help your ideal client. And I know a lot of people struggle with that scarcity mindset, where if they narrow down, then they are going to lose a lot of people. But in reality, it's very different. I've learned this quite a few times in my blogging journey, that the niches, or the riches, really are in the niches. It goes against our thinking, but it truly is 100% true, because when you narrow down, you become the expert in one area, you are going to attract the right people. And marketing is all about attracting the people that you want to work with and repelling those you don't. So there's nothing wrong with narrowing down. And to give you kind of an example, if you think about it, hi Mindy, sorry, I'm trying to look at the comments too. When you think about it in real life, right? So say you had like a serious foot injury, okay? And you needed some treatment and some advice. Would you go to your general practitioner who deals with everything from like colds and coughs and asthma and general illnesses to give you that advice and treatment for the serious foot injury? Or would you want to go to an expert who just focused on that specific area, like a podiatrist who focused specifically on feet and the advice you needed and the treatment, right? So that you would choose the podiatrist, right? Because you have a foot injury, you want to go to the person who specializes in how they can help you. Now, the same thing goes for online businesses. So if you are like a parent who is raising a child with autism, are you going to want to read a blog that someone writes about parenting with autism, but then also writes about parenting special or sensory processing disorder and OCD and all different types of disorders? Or are you going to want to read a blog that just focuses on parenting kids with autism, has specific tips and advice and courses, right? So I hope you can see that the more narrow you are, the more you're going to attract the right people. And the more narrow you are, the more likely people are going to follow you and spend money with you when you create a course or digital products, because you're becoming that expert in that one specific area. All right, is that making sense? Give me a thumbs up in the comments. I do want to tell you, I know a lot of people still want to create like a lifestyle blog. But in 2021, I want to be completely honest with you, a lifestyle blog is not going to work in 2021. It may have worked back 10 years ago when blogging wasn't such a crowded space, but blogging has become a lot more saturated, and it's not a bad thing. It just means that you really need to get specific and become the expert in one specific area to be profitable. Now, if you just want to run a hobby blog, then you totally can write about as much as you want. But if you want to make money with your blog, you have to really niche down. All right, so let me give you a few examples of broad niches and then how we can narrow them down into much more specific things. So let's take the broad niche of weight loss. So weight loss, if you want to do a blog on weight loss, it's a very broad niche that has many subcategories that you could go into. So if you want to do a blog about weight loss, you can niche it down to something like weight loss on the keto diet or weight loss on a vegan diet. And then from there, you can even narrow it down more. Who is the ideal person that you want to appeal to? So you could say weight loss for women on a vegan diet. Or you can even get more specific and say weight loss for women over 40 on a vegan diet. So you can really niche down to get into your ideal audience's head, okay? The same thing with parenting. We brought up the parenting with autism example. So we start with parenting and then we narrow it down. So what specific area within the parenting niche do you want to address? So maybe it's parenting children with autism. And then you can even narrow it down more because parenting a little kid compared to a teenager can be very different with autism. So maybe you want to focus on parenting toddlers with autism. So this is how you niche down. Let's see. Same thing with traveling. If you want to start a traveling blog, you can start with traveling, but you can't just write all about traveling everywhere in the world. So maybe you would narrow it down to traveling within Northern Europe. And then you can narrow it down to traveling in Northern Europe on a budget. And then who's your ideal audience? Maybe traveling Northern Europe on a budget for people over 55 or for college students, stuff like that. So I hope that makes sense. Let me look on my notes here. Do you want more examples? Give me a thumbs up if you want more examples, or if you think you've got it. I can give you a few more. Let me give you my personal story too. When I first started blogging back in 2014, I was just doing this personal blog. It was just a hobby blog. I was writing about our journey to help my son overcome selective mutism. So I wrote about what I wanted, when I wanted. I shared it on some Facebook groups. It started getting a lot of attention. So I decided 2 years later, once he was verbal in all areas, I would turn it into a blogging business. And I had that mindset that I need to appeal to more people than just those with parents raising kids with selective mutism. So I decided that I would kind of become very general and help a lot of different parents with just anxiety. And at the time, I didn't realize how broad of a category anxiety was. And that blog started losing readership really quick. So I decided to go back to just parenting children with high sensitivity, which is connected in with selective mutism. So my blog became Parenting the Highly Sensitive Child, and that's when my blog really exploded. I got a lot of traffic. Now my email list and Facebook group are in the thousands, and that's when I was really able to make a profit when I narrowed it down. Okay. All right. So let me check here. How's everyone doing in the comments? Let's see. Okay. Thumbs up from Jenny. Things are making sense. That's good. Let's go into 3 mistakes that people make when choosing a niche. So the first one is choosing a niche just because it's known to be really profitable. So sometimes you see that, you want to make money with a blog, so you might be tempted to go into a niche that's very lucrative. And lucrative niches, there's a lot of them, but if you don't have the knowledge or the passion to blog about something that's in a profitable niche, then it's going to show in your writing and how you show up for your audience. So you may know that reviewing high-tech camera gear or things with technology have a pretty profitable margin because people are interested in this, and the products they're reviewing are a lot of money. They make money through affiliate income, and yeah, so you might want to go into that, but if you don't enjoy it and you don't know what you're talking about, it's going to show, people are going to lose trust in you, and it's just not going to work. So you want to make sure that what you are blogging about is not all just narrow, but that you also um, that sorry, that you also have a passion for it, and that you have some knowledge in it so you can become the expert. The next mistake that people make when choosing a niche is not doing market research. So a lot of people don't like that word market research. It kind of intimidates them. But basically, what that means is just making sure that there is an actual profitable need for what you have to offer. Now, when you want to start a blog, like say you love, I don't know, like I'm going to throw out something random, like training kangaroos. I don't know where that came from, but let's just say that. Say you have this passion for training kangaroos, and you need to make sure that there's other people who want what you have to offer. Are there enough people in the world that are also looking to train kangaroos and want information on that? And is there a profitable need for that? So what you would need to do is you need to go into Facebook groups that are related to your niche. See what people are talking about. See the questions they're asking. Now, this is a very random niche that I picked, but it just goes to show you, like, if it's way out in left field, then you might need to make sure that there's a really profitable need for it. And you can do this by going into Facebook groups, talking with people in Facebook groups, seeing what they're asking questions about. And then you can also ask your family and friends who may fall into the niche that you're talking about, and ask them if they're willing to come on and do maybe like a 10 to 15 minute Zoom call with you, where you can ask them some questions to just kind of discover, before you start creating this blog and doing this whole thing, if this is actually a profitable idea. Are people interested in what you have to blog about, and would they be willing to purchase products from you or courses down the line? And lastly, the third one, we kind of went over this already, is not niching down enough, which we've already discussed that. So when you speak to everyone, you're really speaking to no one, right? You got to niche down. What's the one specific thing you want to be known for? What is it that you eventually want to sell? So the homework for the day, I don't know if you guys saw it yet in the email I sent or in the post, but the day one homework is taking your passions, your knowledge, your skills, your life experiences into consideration. What is going to be the main focus of your blog? And then who do you specifically want to serve through your blog? Like, who is it? Is it women, men, whatever, but then you can narrow it down even more, like a certain age group, a certain demographic. And then what is the main message that you want your blog to convey? So if you haven't done so, if you have an idea of what you want to blog about, you can post it in the comments if you want me to give you some feedback. Or when you're ready, you can just post it in the Facebook group using the hashtag homework1, and we'll make sure that I go through it and give you feedback on it today. To give you an example, I'm just going through my screen here and see what we got on the comments. For my blog, what my main focus is that I help new and growing female entrepreneurs build a profitable blogging business, not just any online business, but a blogging business, using WordPress, okay, on WordPress without stress. So I'm very specific. I'm not helping bloggers who use Squarespace or Wix or Weebly or any other site. I help them build a profitable blog on WordPress without stress. So that is my main focus of my blog. And then the specialization, or who I focus on, is new and growing female entrepreneurs. I'm not dealing with men. That doesn't mean I can't work with men. It's just that my specific focus is on female entrepreneurs who are new and growing. And I'm not dealing with women who are already 6-figure, 7-figure entrepreneurs. I'm dealing with those just starting out to help them grow their blog. And then the main message on my blog is that everyone has the ability to make a massive impact on the world with their knowledge, their skills. You can turn your mess into a message and turn your passions into profits. So that is my if I was doing the homework, that's what I would write. So I'd love to know what yours are. Mindy says, mindset for female entrepreneurs to grow their business. I posted my homework in a separate post. Okay, let me go back here and see if I can see some of these posts. All right. Give me 1 second. I was having trouble seeing comments the other day when I was doing a live, so I opened up another computer here, so I'm all over the place. Okay, I see Jenny. Okay, Jenny, I see her. So the main focus of my blog is to write about topics of faith, wellness, beauty, and fashion for conservative women aged 55 plus. I want to build a community of queens by helping them to look younger and feel stronger for longer. All right, I love this. I love that you have conservative women aged 55 plus. That's your ideal audience. That is great. Now you're writing about a lot of different topics here. You got faith, wellness, beauty, and fashion. I would try to narrow that down. What is it exactly that you want to eventually sell on your blog? Like, are you going to be selling a course, products? Think about what specific area you want to focus on within the here, and then go from there. So we got faith, wellness, beauty, and fashion. If I was you, I would try to narrow that down to something a little more specific, but I do love that your ideal audience is conservative women age 55 plus. It's very specific, so you can be a little bit more broad with the topics that you cover for these women. Just really think about what you want to be selling in the long run, and then work backward from there. Okay, anyone else have posted their homework yet? If not, it's no problem. I will check it throughout the day and give my feedback. All right, that looks like it for now. Let me just go over 5 profitable niche markets that really do well. And these are 5 big categories, but from there there's hundreds of thousands of sub niches under here. So the first is relationships. The second is health. The third is wealth. The fourth is self-improvement, and the fifth is passions. So these are 5 really big niche markets that a lot of people do very well with. So under relationships, think things like parenting, dating, marriage, divorce, things like that. Anything that has to do with relationships, topics in those areas are great for blogging about. The next is health. So you have anything that falls under the weight loss or nutrition, dieting, fitness, mental health. That's a huge one. That's something that's really important to me, and that's kind of ties into my other blog with mental health. Healthy eating, healthy recipes, things like that. So that's all under the health umbrella. Then you have wealth. So think finance, investing, saving money, making money, working from home. That's a huge one right now with COVID going on. So many people are looking to work from home. Retirement, personal finance, things like that would fall under the wealth niche market. Then there's self-improvement. So think things like beauty, self-esteem, confidence, mindset, that's what Mindy's doing, life coaching, and then narrow it down from there to find even more specific niches within here. And then lastly is passion. So things like art, photography, different hobbies, travel, crafting, homesteading, gardening, technology, sports, pets. Pets are huge. People love their pets. If you have a niche within the pet industry, I've seen this exploding. We actually have a bearded dragon. My son has a bearded dragon, and bearded dragon blogs are exploding right now. Like, so many people are getting bearded dragons, and they need to know how to feed them, and we follow a few that have just been super helpful to us, and we've actually purchased something through someone who has a bearded dragon blog. So blogging about a specific pet and how to take care of them, those are all great niches. So again, those are the 5 relationships, health, wealth, self-improvement, and passions. There are hundreds of thousands of blogging niches within there that you could choose from. All right, so take messy action. I want you guys to really just gain clarity through taking action. If you're not sure what you want to blog about, take some time, go over that superpower sheet if you haven't already. Ask your family and friends what you're good at. Take some time to really think about what you want to try out, and then just try it. When I started this new blog, I thought that I was going to specifically help people with WordPress and troubleshooting it. I wasn't really getting into the blogging side. I just was helping people troubleshoot their WordPress things, and I got into it and I realized, oh, this is not what I want to do. It felt more like a job. So then I expanded it more to helping these new and growing female entrepreneurs build a blogging business on WordPress. And that's my true passion, I think, is helping others start a business like I did, share their message, make an impact on the world. So take messy action, try out something. If it doesn't work, you can always pivot. Don't try to be everything to everyone. It's really all about attracting those you want to work with and repelling those that you don't. Does anyone have any more questions for today? I'm going to be checking the Facebook page throughout the day. Make sure to post your homework. I'm also going to be offering, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning, but I'm going to be offering a free drawing for a free 45-minute coaching session with me. It's valued at $200. If you do all 5 days of the homework and you post it and share it, I'm going to be putting you into a drawing to be able to win this free coaching session. And you can ask me anything about blogging, WordPress web design. I have a lot of experience with that, so we can get into whatever you want. Commit to this week, guys. You're going to do great. I can't wait to see everything all your breakthroughs this week. Let's see, Karen said, my career has been in personal and career development, trying to narrow down this niche as it is broad and competitive. Okay, so we can talk about that. My career is personal and career development. So what exactly, like, where's your passion in that? Like, and your knowledge, like, what specifically would you want to help what specifically would you want to help someone with in this area? And who do you want to work with? Do you want to work with women with a certain age? Try to work back. So if you first think of what you might want to help people with, is it like coaching? Is it a course? What would you want to teach and what would you want to sell? And then work back. Who would you want to work with? Who would your ideal audience be? And what problem do they need solved? And work back that way. So you always want to figure out who your ideal client is and what their problem is that they need help solving. And then you want to be just relentlessly helpful. You want to provide a lot of value. The more value you provide, the more they're going to create that know, like, and trust factor with you, and then the more likely they're going to want to learn from you and invest in products and courses from you. All right, so I'm going to do another email tomorrow. I'm going to be in the Facebook group throughout the day, so post your questions using the hashtag question. I'll make sure to look for them, and post your homework for the day, and I will be giving you feedback there as well. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, post them and I will check. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.